When you're ranked in the top 5, your very existence is a cauldron of pressure. And that is ratcheted up when you go on the road. And this highly ranked squad has found itself coming into a snake pit in this one. Welcome, everyone, to Williams-Brice Stadium, home of the South Carolina Gamecocks. As we'll see, the defending national champions, the Kentucky Wildcats, taking on another team from the SEC, the South Carolina Gamecocks. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. Gets it out fast. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 11. Kentucky going quickly. Wants to go up top on 1st down. He's got it still on his feet. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Wildcats.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air.
Just a few inches more to put it in the end zone. They'll try to blast their way in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Kentucky!
And I love it. This offense making no bones about it. We're going to be aggressive. We get the ball down in the red zone, 4th and goal, Palmer. Stay aggressive. They run the football, and they get the touchdown.
Play from just outside the 5. Looking to throw. Fire to the end zone. Touchdown, Gamecocks. That's the way you finish a drive and put up points.
And it's a really nice play call that time by the offensive coordinator because you just had an explosive run getting you down close to the goal line. I think everybody on defense was expecting the
12-yard line. It's 1st down. To the air on 1st down. Bringing the heat. Lets it go to the end zone. Touchdown, Wildcats. Snagged in the end zone to give them 6. Well, that was easy.
Pass rush? Question mark? I mean, you got to affect the quarterback. These quarterbacks are way too good nowadays. You can't blame the secondary. Who am I going to go point to back there? Defensive
on completion for the 1st down. Did you see everybody sprinting to the line of scrimmage offensively? They want to go tempo right now.
And the Wildcats have it with a 1st and 10. Might as well give it to him again. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Kentucky. How efficient have they been as they extend this lead here in Week 5? Follow the blocks.
Execution on the screen. Allow the rush to come upfield. Now I release, get the ball to the running back. I got my playmaker in space. Nice chunk yardage play right there by the offense.
Got some room, entered to the goal line. Touchdown, Wildcats. And they take it in for 6 more points.
You know, quarterbacks and receivers, they develop...
Trying to bully their way in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Kentucky!
And with that score, this thing is getting ugly. This offense has had their way, and not only have they had their way, now they finished the half like you're supposed to, scoring the football, building on their lead. This defense is going to have to go into half.
Working the middle of the field, and it's complete. He was working his way toward that goal line. They'll stop him at the 2 after the big play up top. From the gun. Working that left side now. Give him 6. Touchdown, Wildcats! This game must be moving so slowly.
Defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
The Gamecocks come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. Gives it on the option. He didn't get it. Not only that, he lost yardage.
Man, the momentum is squarely on.
He boomed it through a that powerful leg. When you know you have a team outclassed, the ability to play to that standard and finish with a blowout like this is really impressive.
And it's almost like playing against yourself, right? You know you're better. You know you're going to win the football game, but how do I continue to still execute? This was so easy. Great execution. Just beat down in every facet.
And I think as a player, you just love being in such great rhythm, and we saw that right from the get-go in this game. Offense just able to matriculate the ball down the field. Defense was not giving anything up. What a great game plan coming in, and this was just total domination.
That will put the wrap on things from here. This would be a good time to ingest some extra caffeine. Late night adventures on the gridiron, and we all know anything can happen when you kick off after dark. Welcome to Commonwealth Stadium in Lexington, Kentucky, home of the Wildcats. As we'll see, the winners of 4 straight, the LSU Tigers, taking on last year's national champions, the Kentucky Wildcats. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. But this 3rd and short, they're still thinking touchdown. From the gun, wants to pass. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down. So now on comes the field goal unit. And he'll envision the ball flight as he lines it up from the right hash and 38 yards out. Dead center perfect. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. Here on 4th down, but they're going to keep this offense on the field. They're throwing for it on 4th down. He's picked off, and he's thrown a dozen of them. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
Well, we know these are slick conditions today in this game. Wide receiver just didn't seem to really get a good grasp on the ball when it hit his hand.
On the option. And now on the pitch, the ball's loose. All kinds of room to the right. Defense got it. They're on the run. Touchdown, Wildcats! How about this defense taking one back to the house?
That defenses are always trying to force turnovers to get the ball back to their offense and make those.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. He did not make it a stone wall on 3rd down. It's wise not to be too greedy, and they'll go ahead and send out the field goal unit. That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect. The lead now 6 here in the 2nd. A lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big 3rd down in the red zone. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Wildcats. An impressive, long, methodical, meticulous drive ends in points.
They just matriculated the ball down the field, didn't they, Reese? So impressive. Didn't see a lot of explosive plays.
Backs with the quarterback as they line up for the 2. Dropping back, it's Barrett. He's got the 2-point conversion, and they build on that lead. 76 yards on the drive for the touchdown. This offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. And he is snowed under, sacked at the 7.
That's a good example there of complementary defense. The DBs and linebackers are playing zone. They're playing their defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead. They know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprint.
And he will take it in. Touchdown, Kentucky! No midseason concentration laps here in Week 7 as they push out that lead.
The sticks. This defense is going to tackle you inbounds like they just did on that last play and bleed the clock.
He tosses one high and deep down the left side. Fires a bullet. Now it's picked off. He'll try to take it back at the 30. 10, and he will roll into the end zone. Touchdown, Kentucky! They're on the board again, and it looks as if this winning streak is going to continue. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here. They get the win. They are now bowl eligible, but when you have a 0 in the loss column, there are much bigger fish to fry.
I think a lot of people thought they'd be 6-0 at this point, too. So we know they're going to a bowl game. Great. But, David, they've got their eyes set on the college football playoff and a national championship. They have that kind of talent. They're not surprised they're 6-0. They're looking to do bigger things.
No, 6-0 is great, but that's not the goal. They want to be 12-0. They want to be 14-0. They want to continue this streak as long as they possibly can. Extremely talented. Nobody's surprised, and their goals are a lot bigger than this.